think you can dance. They're part of the Syncopated Ladies.
Okay.
Avi Miller and Ofer Ben. They make Miller and Ben tap shoes, and we're all here at the Sheraton over in Clayton. We're teaching classes all day long. At night, we have tap jams going on. It's just a whole lot of fun and a really great camaraderie going on for tap dancing in the whole community.
There's nothing better to watch than tap dancing.
It really does put a smile on your face. You know, there's nothing like it.
And it's the shoes, it's the style, it's I mean, does it really ever go out of style?
No. Yeah, I mean, for me, it never goes out of style.
Right.
But I love it. Yeah, just like you said, the shoes, or in my case, the peg.
Right. We'll get to that in a second here. But tap dancing, where is tap dancing? I mean, years ago, you could always name one or two tap dancers. Right. I don't know if there are many tap dancers around nationally.
You know, it does. It was really big, back in the, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Right.
Had a, big increase.
Gregory Hines.
Yeah, exactly. Gregory Hines. You had Bring in the Noise, Bring in the Funk with Savion Glover. Mm-hmm. Then you kind of saw it decline for a little bit, but now it's really coming back up. There's a ton of festivals in the country. There's New Jersey, St. Louis, Chicago, Los Angeles, Detroit. And you're seeing these festivals, and they're just packed. All of them are selling out, so we're really excited for this.
So this festival, it's open to the public. People can come and watch, and the whole deal?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. You can come in. You can watch a class. You can observe. You can participate. Yeah.
And there are a lot of places that teach tap now too. I mean, like for adults.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
I mean, there's your local dance studios in the area. There's a lot of places in New York City where I'm from. You can go and take an intensive, a master class. Everyone is really jumping on the tap bandwagon.
Is it? Do you put a little sand down and tap, or
resin? Or rosin? Not necessarily. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I come from a competition background too. That's where I started tap dancing and competing with my sister and everything. And for those, they would have you dancing on like ballroom floors, and so we would use some resin then, but not for anything now.
All right, good. All right, now Evan, so people need to know the festival runs through this weekend.
Yes, it does. The show is Saturday night, 7 p.m. at the Edison Theater. We have classes going on all day today and all day tomorrow as well.
And to find out more, people can go to.
They can go to tapheritage.org.
Tapheritage.org.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now your story is interesting. Yes, very good.
Nice, yeah.
Tapheritage.org.
I remember that. Right on the spot.
Your story is interesting because you, how did you get interested in tap, first of all, and then you lost your leg, right?
Yes. Yeah, I started dancing when I was 5 years old. Saw my sister in a dance class, just said, I can do that. Kind of like a chorus line.
Right.
And I continued with that through middle school and high school, getting into a professional tap company at the age of 10, and go to college, Montclair State University for musical theater.
Right.
Sophomore year, I find out that I'm being diagnosed with osteosarcoma bone cancer. And, 7 months worth of surgery, down the road, 9 surgeries, I find out that my cancer comes back, and it's in the bone, soft tissue, and it spread to my lungs. So I had to have my right leg amputated above the knee, 16 months of chemotherapy, 2 lung surgeries, and the whole time the one thing that kept me going was knowing that one day I was going to tap dance again. And I knew this because there was a really famous tap dancer back in the day, Clayton Pegleg Bates, who lost his leg in a cotton gin accident at the age of 12. And the doctors actually amputated his leg on his mother's kitchen table. It was, I mean,
that was
it was a mess. Yeah, I can imagine. And his uncle comes home, makes him a peg leg out of crutch tips, and he goes on to start tap dancing on shows like the Ed Sullivan Show, 58 appearances, the most ever. He was the opening act. He's performed for the Queen of England, the King of England, so he's really traveled the world.
Who told you about this guy while you were trying to recuperate?
I was actually 16 years old when I heard about him. Deborah Mitchell, the artistic director of the New Jersey Tap Ensemble, the company I was in.
Right.
Didn't think much of it when I was a kid. Kind of just, oh, look at this guy. He's got one leg. He's really cool. He's laying it down. He's better than most people with 2 legs.
Right.
And it didn't hit me until I was speaking to my doctor about the amputation. And I just said to him, you know what, I promise you I'm going to tap dance again. And he looked me in the eye, he shook my hand, and he said, I promise I'll be there in the front row. And he vowed to save my life.
Wow.
How long did it take you to adjust from tapping with just the use of one leg?
It didn't happen overnight, per se. Now when I tap, I really think of the sounds more than the steps. I'm a drummer. So I look at it as, all right, let's take a simple time step. So we have step, hop, step, full lap step, step, hop, step, full lap step. You know, this is something that every tap dancer will know. There are 6 sounds in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so instead of trying to do a step, hop, step, full lap step, step, hop, step, full lap step, I just said, let's just make the sounds with the peg leg and my left foot and just see what happens. And so I started to come up with this new style of tap dance, which is actually a lot of fun because I've been teaching it all week and the kids really love it. And, you know, we were saying it might be something that's going to catch on for, you know, the younger generations, whereas, all right, let's do peg leg tap class now. But it's
the rage.
Yeah.
Now, do you have the tap on your prosthesis?
I don't. It's just a hollow metal pipe. It's something that my prosthetist and I just kind of came up with. We said, all right, I finally finished chemo in 2011, and I went to him and I said, all right, let's, you know, I'm ready. It's time for me to tap dance. So there's 2 parts of the prosthetic. There's the top half, which is the socket,
right,
and then the bottom half, the prosthesis, and or the leg, the peg leg. And he goes into his back room, his shop, his workshop, and he just comes out with this blue pipe. Now, see this? Here we go.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Very simple design.
Sure.
And he goes, all right, this is what I have for you. What do you think? And I was, all right, it'll work. So I'll just try it out. And so I put it on later that night, and that's where I was working with the time step.
Right.
Very simple design, and we haven't changed it since the day I got it.
You brought a board in here. We're going to let you tap here in a second.
Right.
But I this is important because you have a great attitude.
Thank you.
Didn't let, you know, somebody once said to me, you didn't let your disability define you. It's part of your story. It's not part of your excuse. You probably inspire kids all over the country and the world who have amputees, legs, arms, because, you know, you are showing them that it's okay to be an amputee, and it's okay to talk about it, and it's okay to discuss it, and look at my leg. It's okay to talk about it. And I think that's probably the most important thing you're doing.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love talking to children. I just got involved in motivational speaking. We were over at Children's Hospital in St. Louis in Cardinal Glennon, talking to kids and families and their caregivers and nurses about everything that I went through, and that it's okay.
Right.
And I actually spoke with a young boy who had osteosarcoma just like myself, and he, you know, we were able to converse about, oh yeah, you know, I had this chemotherapy, you know, medicine, and I had that, and you know, one thing that's great and important to do when you're going through this is surround yourself with people who care about you and people that love you, and, you know, make an effort to continue, you know, going on with your life just the way it was before cancer. You know, my family used to take me out on random vacations, you know, on my good weeks. I would have chemotherapy. I'd feel, you know, a little down after, you know, a week later. Then I'd feel up, and we'd go to the Philadelphia Zoo, or we'd take a trip down, you know, wherever it would be.
Right.
So never stop, you know, doing what you love to do.
Cancer-free now?
Oh, yeah, cancer-free.
Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Was your doctor in the first row in your first performance?
He has not been there. So it's okay. And, you know, and I go in there and I talk to him, and I'll say, so, you know, when you coming by?
Right.
Please give him tap lessons or
something. I know, and he's like, oh, well, you know, I saw you on this show. I saw you on that one. I know what you're doing. You know, we're right there behind you. We support you.
All right. Evan Ruggiero, our guest. The St. Louis Tap Festival, it runs through this weekend. Saturday night at the Edison Theaters, WashU is the show. Classes all weekend long. The website again is
tapheritage.org.
Tapheritage.org. Okay, so we got the TV cameras, everything. We got the video set up. We have the cameras and the microphone set up. Evan Ruggiero,
thank you.
The one-legged tap dancer. Take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, Evan Ruggiero, the one-legged tap dancer.
Thank you.
TapHeritage.org this weekend, the St. Louis Tap Festival. Evan, best of luck. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much for having me.
You got it. 8:33, Big 550 KTRS.